Hey guys, how is everybody? Say hello so I know you're here, and looking for feedback just to see if you can see me and hear me. My internet, of course, always acts up, so just making sure that I am live and y'all can see and hear me. I'll give it a few minutes and y'all let me know. Looks like we've got 6, 7 people on here. So just say hello so I know you're here. Okay, we'll get started. My name is Kathy Case, and I am an independent designer for Chalk Couture. And tonight's project is going to be the palette board. I am going to finish my board, or actually I am going to chalk the opposite side of the board that I have for Valentine's Day. This is the 9 by 12 palette board, and I have chalked the reverse side, and this color is the sage color, and then it can be double-sided. I think its intended purpose is to chalk this side, but you can chalk this side and put little handles on it and turn this into a little tray. So what I have done is use the small buffalo check on this side and have my fake or faux blocks, and it just spells out the word home. And I seen this video. I watch a lot of videos. This one I can't give credit to the person because I can't remember who did it. There are several people who have done it. These are faux blocks. They are actually foam dice that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I've painted them with a chalk paint. These are the dice that I got from the Dollar Tree. They come in a pack of 2, and I used 4 of the dice, and I just painted them with some Waverly chalk paint in plaster. It takes about 2 coats. So I painted this one in 2 coats, and then I took a brown color, which was also the Waverly chalk paint, and it is in the color hazelnut, and I'll hold it up a little bit closer. I just distressed around the edge with the brown to kind of give it a faux block look. And this block is the word home, and I just had a little garland wreath that I used for the O in the word home. So let me hold this up for you so you can see it closer. I don't think I can hold them all up at one time. We'll try. So it spells the word home. And I just hot glued my little wreath on there. So my idea for tonight is to make this a reversible sign. So we're going to, on the opposite side of the letters, we are going to do the word love. And I had already pre-done my little heart for the O in love. So we'll start with the board portion first. And we're going to do this side, and I think we're going to do it in pink color, and then we're going to do our letters in the red color. And then I just ordered these beads on Amazon, and I think the next garland that I'm going to make, I'm going to paint my beads pink and red and white, and for my Valentine board. So like I said, we're going to use the small buffalo check, and I have it here. I have used this particular transfer several times. I used it last night, so it's still on my towel from last night drying. So we remove it from the backing and we place it on our fuzzing towels to defuzz it a little bit, so it'll make it a little bit easier to remove from the surface that we are chalking. So after I fuzz it, I'm going to lay it down on my palette board. And we're going to smooth it out, and the best we can get all the air bubbles out from underneath. And when you're using a large transfer that kind of moves around a little bit, you want to start chalking in the middle and move outward. Chalk Couture has several size squeegees that you can chalk with. We have the mini squeegee, which is this one, and then we have the small squeegee. Then we have what I call, this is an 80s term, so I'm going to date myself, the Mac Daddy squeegee. And this one is actually good to get all your air bubbles out from underneath your transfer, as well as spreading your chalk. So I'm going to get all the air bubbles out the best I can. So Patricia has said hello. Hello, Patricia. And I see my crafting buddy Karen is on here. Hello, Karen. I hope everybody has had a good week. And the colors that we're going to use tonight are, I think I want to use the peony, And then for the letters, I'm going to use candy apple. And we'll talk about those letters in just a minute. So let's go ahead and get our chalk paste stirred up. So what you want to do, Chalk Couture also carries these stir sticks, which are really good and helpful. You want to make sure your chalk paste is, if it's been sitting for a while, I think I had used this one not before last, so it's still in pretty good shape. And you want to make sure it is stirred up real good, and you want to make sure it kind of just falls off your stir stick or your squeegee or whatever it is that you're stirring your paste up. The consistency of sour cream or cake batter. And then, like I said, with these large transfers, you want to put your chalk paste in the center and spread it outward. So I'm going to start with the Big Mac Daddy and start in the center and pull my chalk paste out to the side. And then we may go back to a smaller squeegee. And get the edges. Chalk Couture is a high-end DIY home decor company, and if you're new to Chalk Couture, it allows us to use these transfers over and over. They are washable. You wash them after you're finished, and then you dry them and put them back on the backer and store them for another use. We can get about 8 to 10 times use out of each transfer, but if you take real good care of them, they can last even longer. So what I'm doing is just smoothing out our chalk. This palette board is also a Chalk Couture product. You can use other things to chalk with, like the little blocks that I'm using tonight is not a Chalk Couture product. I got them from the Dollar Tree and just painted them. So I'm going to smooth out my chalk paste and just put my excess back in the jar. And then we're going to peel it and reveal it. And when I get done with this transfer, I am going to wash it, dry it, put it back on the backer, and I'll be able to reuse it. So there is our buffalo check in peony pink. So we're going to let that dry, because you can smear it. Once it's dry, it is touchable, and it won't come off unless you wash it off. So I'm going to place my transfer in the water bath off to the side. And you can speed up this process with a hair dryer, or I have a heat tool. So I'm going to use my embossing tool. This looks really good. It's distressed, and I'll show you. I'll bring it up to the camera a little bit more in just a minute, so you can see what I call distressed. So we're just going to move our heat tool around a little bit. And dry our chalk. Now the palette boards are intended for one-time use, but I have had success in washing this off. It does leave a residue behind, like a shadowing effect, but you could, you know, cover it with a chalk paint and reuse it that way. But they are intended for one-time use. And I'll hold this up a little bit, as you can see. And like right here, this is what I call a distressed look, but I like that. I think that turned out really good. So I'm going to put this to the side so it doesn't get messed up while we do our blocks. So I'm going to bring our blocks back in, and if you didn't see the beginning of my video and you want to go back and watch it, but this is my blocks, and they were little dice from the Dollar Tree, and I just painted them white and then did some outline in brown to make them look like a faux block. So we're going to use the letters, and we're going to use the L, which the heart is going to be our O, the V, and the E. And this letters come from a set of transfers called Handwritten font, and it is like the famous designer inspired Ray Dunn, and this is really popular right now. And you get all the letters in this set and some punctuation and brackets, parentheses, and all that good stuff. So this is a really good, versatile set to have. So we're going to get our transfers ready. The fuzzing cloth has two sides. One side is the fuzzing side, and one side is the drying side. And the side with the tag is the fuzzing side. So we're going to get our transfers prepared, and you want to peel your transfer from the backing. And I always have, there we go. And you want to peel the transfer, or you want to peel the backing from the transfer. And you want to label the back, and I just put an L on this one, so it'll tell me which one is the back. Just place it on your fuzzing towel, and you want to fuzz these about 3 times. And the reason we do this is to remove some of the sticky from the transfer. So like this paint, you might pull this paint up and it'll be on the back of your transfer, or it could be harder to remove from your project. So we're just going to place our L in the center, And like I said, we have our O. The heart is the O. And our V. And I probably could use this E for from the home, but it's in brown, or bark is what Chalk Couture calls it. So I want to do it in red. So I'm going to just do it in red. And again, we're going to prepare our chalk paste and just stir. Get it mixed up really well. And this is pretty easy. And we're going to use a mini squeegee, and just, we don't need a lot of paste. These letters are so small that we just need a little bit. And we're going to put down our paste. If you are new to Chalk Couture and not already working with a designer, and you are interested in ordering any of these products, or interested in a home-based business, want to make a little extra money, or if you just want to try Chalk Couture, there is a club where you get a monthly transfer for $19.99. There's a 3-month minimum, and after the 3 months you can cancel it at any time, and you can try Chalk Couture, and you will get a monthly transfer. My link to my shop or to join is in the video description. If you have any questions, feel free to comment, and I will try my best to answer those for you. So we're going to bring our palette board back up and place our faux blocks back on. And put our little farm beads, and we have a cute little sign for our mantle, or I think this is going to go on my kitchen table. And of course it wouldn't sit like this. I just put it that way so y'all could see how it will look on the table. And I can already see I did a boo-boo. I need to wash this chalk off and put my H on the opposite side of my L. But that's all right. Going live is kind of hard. It kind of stresses me out a little bit, so I make mistakes. But here is our palette board for my kitchen table, and we are going to decorate for Valentine's. So that is my project for tonight. Thank you for showing up and supporting me on Chalk Couture, Chalk It Live. And like I said, if you have any questions, let me know, and I will get back in touch with you and try to answer them. So I hope y'all have a great Friday. Happy Friday. And I will see y'all next Thursday. Bye.